It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts...
Let us dictate. Rock and roll, baby. Let's do it. Nothing's free. Nothing's free. Let's rock and roll. Let's get playmakers step up right now. Try to take it to the house.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, isn't it? Just go right and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Eaton. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The numbers for Sanders last week: 21 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. To throw on second down. Eaton. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Operating from the gun. Eaton. And this is going to be incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Taylor. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mahomes throwing into the hands of Pitts here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
pressure right. To the right side, complete to Taylor. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. It's Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. On 1st and 10, Eaton. Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down. Eaton. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. This is taken at the 15. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here is Washington now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the draw is Taylor. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 15 yards the pickup. First down Washington. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Caught. It's Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Oh, nice move. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Another run with Sanders. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. (17-0) our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Room here to run. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. This offense returns to the field. And the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we're going to look at him. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18 on the draw. Here's Sanders. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Eaton. And that is incomplete. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. It's complete to Williams. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Holding offense. What's the deal, y'all?
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a 3-score game at 24. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds Wilson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyler Higbee, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders from the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
52 yards on the ground for a man on 9 carries.
He's relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle, here's Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Right back to Pitts again. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes will find Williams on the slant. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Olave. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Eaton. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eaton. That's swung out wide to Sanders. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And once again, this is Sanders. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, he'll drop to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Back to Renfro again, complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Commanders, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they come back to the